Yep. Excellent. All right, guys. So today we are going to kind of complete our primary knee shield passing technique. It's going to be great. Really excited. Cool. So, let's take a step back and look at what we've set up thus far. We established that, again, actually I'm going to go underneath the knee. But the strength I have in this knee shield is as long as my knee and my shin can stay kind of against the midsection, you guys can smash into me, I can break it out, so on and so forth. We keep smashing in, I can use that to slip and take advantage of momentum. So John frames on my knee, he gets his midsection over top and he crushes it. Now I lose a lot of that power. So we start setting up what I would consider to be the highest percentage, most reliable guard pass in the knee shield, just this leg work. He weaves his hand through, he picks the bottom leg up, smashes top up, nice and crushes. And he starts crunching me up. But I'm cognizant of the fact that if he can get this grip, so you get this grip, and he can pull me in, and he gets his head against my hip, once he gets up on his toes, I'm telling you guys, there are not a lot of effective counters to this. The only thing that I personally find, I'll teach people this pass. Once they get it this far, so you go ahead and get up on your toes and you start making the pass happen. The only thing I find to be reliable is if I can transition to an elbow bottom. But if he knows that, if he knows that I'm going to go for that, it's pretty easy to cipher that. It's a very strong pass once it's all put together. So my options are prevented, right? Fortunately for me, as the bottom person, I've been training jiu-jitsu for some time, so I'm going to be aware that you're trying to pass your guard. Okay? So I'm in the knee shield. He smashes the knee, he weaves the hand through, right? And before he can make everything happen, I get this collar grip. Well, now I have a pretty strong grip because even if he gets this lapel, if he tries to put his head in my hip, it's not really going to be effective. He can try to force it in there, but go ahead and force your head in there. He's going to start setting himself up for some pretty gnarly chokes and things as he tries to pass. But John is smart. He transfers the pant grip to the collar grip hand, right? And he breaks this grip by getting inside the armpit extended. Perfect. Now we're here. Okay. So this is where it frees. Now we understand that the objective of the top person for this guard pass is to put weight into this shoulder while lifting my knees up to just go ahead and just get to your feet and center line me to face the ceiling. It's to get us here. At this point, he has plenty of options. There's a million different ways. There's plenty of ways to pass the guard from this situation. So I understand that if he rolls me onto my back and he opens me up, I'm going to get passed, right? At this point, not to say I can't do things from underneath, but it's to say that at this point he's in a much stronger position. So let's go back. So he gets the grip on the bottom leg, he has the armpit grip, right? Okay. So we understand here, guys, that the two things he needs to accomplish is he needs to stretch me out and he needs to turn me to face the ceiling, right? Is that fair to say? What are the two things that I'm going to do to prevent that? Not let him do those, so I would want to let him roll me on my back or stay on my side. And then if I don't want him to open me up, what's the opposite thing I can do? Crunch in, right? So now, here I am, he's starting to work for that pass, and I crunch in really tight. Well, now try to turn me over, please. Right? Oh no, that shit doesn't work, right? And look at this, guys, my elbow's in good position, so if you try to put your head for the leg rope, well, I'm kind of blocking that as well. So I've kind of created something that's kind of formidable, right? Let's switch positions. So we're here, he has the knee shield. So again, we go all the way from the top, right? It's a crush. Working for my grips, he gets his collar grip. So I transfer, tight that hand. Yeah, technical difficulty. Okay, I got it. Get the grip, right? Okay, I break it. So now I'm trying to push him up. He crunches in, gets in close, right? So now, shit, I can't, maybe your elbows are really tight too, right? So now I can't put my head in here, and I can't turn him over, right? So he's got me beat, right? I pass it. Because, you see, Tyler, the thing about the knee shield is, what did we say was the first thing that he can do to cause me problems? Frame me away. What does he have to do to keep me framed away? He has to extend, right? So if he puts me in this knee shield, as long as he's extending me away, right, and this line is opening, This is a wedge that is hard to break. Well, what happens when you pull yourself in close? Right? So you're pulling in really tight, right? Now, this path is really easy to find. So, what we have basically done here, what we are essentially working toward, this person keeps accommodating for our next step, is the logical endpoint for his, on his defensive end, is to put himself in a bad knee shield. See what I'm saying? The knee shield is strong if he frames me away. It's not strong if he crunches in super close. So, we go back. So let's talk about mechanics. I'm here, I talk through this whole sequence, right? And then as I'm trying to push him over, he does a big crunch in. Let's skip it, right. And elbows in really tight to protect. All I'm going to do from here, guys, I'm going to swing this elbow over his head. So I'm still crushing this knee. So I swing this elbow over his head. You can kind of go for like a guillotine grip if you want. But even just this is strong, like behind the back. I'm going to sit through to my hip. And when I sit through to my hip, I don't know if you guys will be able to tell from here, but I want you to see. I just want to take a little bit more straight up. Let's try this. I'm not just going to like sit through and kind of end up on the outside of his knees. I kind of want to wedge myself in this little pocket right here. You guys see that? This little space on here. Elbow. I want to kind of sit through and get in there. You guys see that? Kind of how I wedge rotated inward. From here, I can palm his knee and grab his hand leg, whatever. He's not really engineered at this position right now to hold my leg, hold on my leg. It's like, go back. Alright, so you know I'm going to do that, right? So like, hold on. It's like, he's not really at a very optimal angle to bend his max. So all I'm doing is, this time, just hold on. Is I'm keeping his shins where they are. Keeping his shins where they are. My knee goes up. This is a really important detail when we do like these back steps or scorpion steps, guys, is what will get you stuck up, hold on to me this time, is like, I go like this, and I try to like step laterally. That's not going to work, so hold on to that same degree of head. What I want is my knee to go up, and then I can flip it out. From here, I can either, actually, let's just say keep it simple, for the knees, square them up. I get the pass. Sometimes you'll end up over top of the arm, sometimes you'll end up underneath of it. It just kind of depends on how quickly, how quickly you do it, where their arms are positioned, and so on. But mechanically, it's really stupid easy. It's all I'm doing is as an opponent here, right? They crunch in, so my elbow goes to the floor, and I want to frame their back. My hips sit through, but I don't go like this, right? So where I create space, right? So let's go from this angle. So in the sense of, I don't want to, when I sit through, go over this line so much, right? What I want is I kind of want to like wedge inside. So in fact, if you want, like you could even line yourselves up to where, you know, his knee, their knee would be like here, and then try to go past this seam. So your knee will sort of wedge underneath. Once I'm there, I frame up, I can palm, I can grab the pant leg, whatever you prefer. My knee goes straight, and kind of maybe slightly to an angle, but basically up to the ceiling, outside my hand. And then I draw a big rainbow with my foot to the mat. From here, I want to punch the pant leg and ride to flattening it out. So, do that one more time, Mike, carry across. So working through all that from the top. And really don't, I would say, if you want to play through the whole sequence, that's cool, but focus mostly on the finish. So I'm here, I've shoved, I'm going for the thing, he gets the cross collar, right? So I transfer, I'm here, I break it. So now I'm starting to try to turn him over, right? He crunches in, exactly. This will kill this crunch, or him turning. His elbow's in tight, I can't put my head in the hip. I reach, sit through, back step, punch. So. And you can do this pretty quickly. Let me grab you one more time. Like normally when I do this, since I'm really confident in my back step from here, like I've done this motion so many times, I do it like quick. So let's say we get to this point, I've broken this grip, I'm trying to open him up, he does a big crunch in, and it's like, does that make sense, guys? What's really like, what's really going on here, the real critical thing is that I'm trying to back them into a tactical corner. The thing they could do to me that was formidable is frame me away. So the first thing I did was I got under those frames, right? So then they had to weave those frames inside. But by weaving those frames inside, they gave up the being on their side fight. So then I start beating that. Well, the only way they can both be on their side, stop my head from touching their hip, and do that without a collar grip is they have to get close. And the second they get close, I mean, it's like if you're laying on your back, you bring your knees in, your hips are angled like this, guys, like the knees start opening. You'll find like when you get there, you'll feel, pay attention as the bottom person, you'll feel your knee shield loosening up as you crunch in. Just anatomically is how the hips are built. So, anatomy. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Let's start working out. 1, 2, 3.